Please come, have a seat.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You are welcome. This is the speaking test of International English Language Testing System taking place on Saturday, the 14th May at Timex Academy, and the center number CQ238. Candidate name Anjam Ansar. Candidate number 28935. Can I see your identification, please?
Please, ma'am. Here it is.
Thank you. Okay, let's get started. Here, I would like to ask you something about yourself.
Sure.
Can you please tell me your full name?
My name is Anjam Ansar, and I also have a nickname that is Bazu.
Okay. So, should I call you Anjam or Bazu?
Whatever you prefer, that you could call me Anjam or Bazu.
Okay. Can you please tell us something about yourself?
Yeah, of course. As I already stated, my name is Anjam Ansar and my nickname is Bazu. I am originally from the district of Kumilla, but at present I reside at Panthapot in Dhaka. I'm living here for like last 10 years, and currently I'm doing my Masters in Business Administration at North South University, majoring in finance. And we are 4 siblings. My father is a businessman and my mother is a homemaker. I love to watch movies and play cricket. In the future, I want to be an entrepreneur, and that's basically about me.
Okay, so you are a student.
Yes.
Do you like your university?
Yes, I do very much. It is one of the most recognized university in Bangladesh.
Suppose I know nothing about your university. Can you please give me a detail of your university? Or why should one like your university?
Of course, ma'am. See, North South University is one of the most reputable and recognized universities of Bangladesh, especially in the private sector, outside of the public universities. And it is located at Bosundhara city, Baridhara Bosundhara, pardon me. And it was established actually probably in 1993, and it is one of the oldest private universities in Bangladesh. But year after year, it provided very quality service with a very illustrious background of the faculties, so that the university kept on actually earning more and more praise. And at present, most of the students of the country want to actually enroll themselves in this university because the university has a very nice track record in terms of employment of their students. So I think it has phenomenal environment and great staff, great teaching faculties. So everybody should like this university.
Okay. Where do you live in?
At present, as I mentioned, I live at Panthapot in Dhaka.
With family or you live in?
Yes, ma'am, I live with my family.
Okay. Can you tell me something about your mother?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's a very interesting question actually, because day before yesterday was Mother's Day. There's this saying actually everywhere that mothers actually love their children, especially their sons, too much. As I said, we are 4 siblings, and out of them we are 2 brothers. And my mom especially loves us very much. And what can I say? I mean, she's just a standard of a mom. I mean, I know everybody says that, but my mom is also the best to me, right?
What does she do?
Well, she used to be actually a college teacher, and she taught Bengali, but now she's retired and she's being a homemaker.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me, like, do you enjoy singing?
Well, I do very much, ma'am, but actually, unfortunately, I don't have that much of a great voice, but I love singing. Yes, I do.
Did you enjoy singing when you were younger?
Yeah, of course. Basically, I mean, while growing up, I mean, it was one of my hobbies because I believe in childhood and in the puberty, what happens basically when you're around friends, so many times you guys actually get together and just, spending time while chatting or hanging out, you sing, right? So we used to sing a lot.
What do you think, like the way you spent your childhood, and the way now our children are passing their childhood, their pastime, how they are passing. Can you compare those? Like,
Sure, of course, ma'am. And that's a very time efficient question, because what happened actually, there is a vast difference between the way we spend our childhood and at present the children they're spending their childhood. Firstly, in our time we used to play lots of outdoor games like football or cricket, and we were not very much acquainted with technology. We actually got to know computer from that time a little. But present children, they're more inclined towards actually indoor games, I guess, especially games based on computers. And they're very much acquainted with technology, very familiar. So I think these are the two main differences between our childhood and present children's childhood.
which one do you support?
That's a very critical question, and actually I have a mixed opinion about it. See, the thing is, I think it has both positive and negative sides. I think there should be a balance. Basically, you need to know technology, and present children certainly have an upper hand in that case because they know technology very well. But at the same time, just doing indoor activities are making them obese. They are coming up with lots of diseases which are basically based on the lifestyle because they are not actually exercising or playing too much. So there has to be a balance, and our time was also very good because we played lots of outdoor games, and at the same time we got to know technology little by little. So the bottom line is basically there should be a balance. I think both of them are fine, but if someone wants to pursue only the one without the others, I think that's not a good idea.
Okay. Can you share any idea like how can we make balance between these two?
Yeah, of course. I mean, see, this should be actually the first and foremost duty of the parents, right? They should be very keen about their children's upbringing and how they foster them. For example, when a child is born and when actually he or she is the age of getting education, I'm talking about preschool, not in the school. From that age, from that tender age actually, parents should tell them that you should try to use technology, but at the same time you should get into very much physical activities outside of that as well. So if they can give this advice and they monitor their everyday activities of their children, I believe they can balance it.
Well, that's the end of part one.
Thank you.
Now this is your cue card,
Okay.
this one.
Mm-hmm.
You may take some notes if you want to. Here's your pencil.
Thank you very much.
You will get 1 minute to prepare and your time starts now.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Well, time up.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. So let me start by actually telling you the topic I got today in this exam. Actually, one of my most favorite, related to one of my most favorite pastime, watching movies, which I mentioned before. And obviously, movies are related to actors, right? And trust me, I'm an avid movie lover. I love to watch movies whenever I get some free time on my hand. So today I have to talk about an actor from my country, and the actor that is coming to my mind is obviously late Mr. Humayun Faridi. He is no more, unfortunately, but undoubtedly he was the greatest actor who worked in Bangladesh, I believe. That's what I should say. Humayun Faridi was born in Mymensingh, and then he actually studied in Dhaka University. And upon completion of his study, he actually got himself into theaters first. And trust me, when he started acting in theaters, he took the theaters by storm. And everybody was talking about him, how good he was, and how phenomenal his acting is, how fabulous he is. So very shortly, he was noticed by the television media of that time, and he started working in dramas. And naturally, the caliber the caliber of his acting made him a superstar in TV industry. And soon, after giving lots of hits in TVs, like some dramas and TV serials, he switched to movies. However, in the movies, he started acting in some negative roles. But I should mention one thing. While he was actually working in television, there was a very famous actor of that time. His name was Afzal Hussain. They were both friends and peers, and Afzal Hussain used to be very good looking and a heartthrob. However, when Humayun Faridi stepped in, by his acting, he was not as good looking as Afzal Hussain, not even close. I should say actually he was ugly, but he surpassed Afzal Hussain just like that, in a snap.
Thank you. That's the end of the time.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am.
And that's the end of the part 2 also. Let us talk about films and movies.
Sure.
What are the most popular type of films in your country?
In Bangladesh, actually, the genre of movies that are very popular is basically, we can call them dramas with some actions. Actually, these are fusion movies. See, unfortunately, the movies which are being made in Bangladesh don't have that much of a big budget. So, and most of the movies actually have some form of family relationship and bonding, and also some actions based on a stereotype negative role, who actually creates some problems in the life of the central character or the protagonist of the movie, and eventually good always wins. So we can actually in short call these sort of movies social action movies, I guess.
Okay.
Right. These are most popular.
What's the difference between watching a film in the cinema and watching a film at home?
Oh, there is a huge difference, man. Actually, there are lots of differences, I must say. See, I mean, they both have their ups and downs, but actually watching movies in a cinema hall or in a movie theater is a grand experience, right? Because at present, because of technology, the theaters have become so, what can I say? I couldn't find the words. Pardon me. Actually, what I was trying to say, the theaters have become so overwhelmingly enjoyable with the Dolby Digital sound system and huge wide big screens, and especially at present movies are using the technology of 3D, so it seems like basically you are inside the movie. So obviously, though watching movie at home has its upsides, some comfort, but watching movies in theater is a much better experience.
Okay. How often do you go to cinemas to watch movies?
Well, actually, whenever I get some time. See, right now I'm having a very hectic schedule about my life. I study and then I have to take care of my family and lots of other stuff. But it's my favorite pastime, so whenever I get some time.
Do you think cinemas will close in future?
Well, actually, again, I have a mixed opinion about this question. There is a probability because day by day technology is developing in such a manner, there's a very big possibility that in the future something better will come up, and then we'll not have the need to go to the movies to watch movies. So in that case, theaters will be closed. Or it can happen that the theaters would become actually technologically more and more advanced, when will give us such great experience about movies, then people would actually definitely enjoy going to theaters just like present.
Okay. Now let us talk about theaters.
Sure.
How important is the theater in your country's history?
Well, I guess actually, firstly, let me clear up the question. Probably you're asking about the theaters where actually plays take place, right? Okay. Oh, theaters are extremely important, and actually in our movie's history, the theaters played a great role, and it is really culturally enriched, because there were lots of great dramas, plays that took place in the theaters, and lots of great actors, they actually come out from the theater. And we all know that actually in 1971 Bangladesh was liberated, right? And our actors from theater, they played a very big role in that case as well. So they definitely left a mark in the history of Bangladesh.
Well, how strong a tradition is it today in our country to go to the theater?
Sadly, the tradition is not very strong at present. For example, even 20 years back, there used to be small theaters in all the localities, especially in the suburban towns. Obviously, there were many good ones in Dhaka. But at present, only in Dhaka we see few theaters, like one in Bailey Road and some others. But people are not very much interested to go to theaters anymore. They have probably many other options as hobbies. That's why.
Okay. Do you think the theatre should be run as a business or as a public service?
Oh, I think theatre should run as business. See, whenever it becomes a public service, especially in cases of Bangladesh, what happens actually, the quality degrades. So, if it's a business, then the owners will always be very keen to provide quality services and quality dramas to people, and there will be very good plays. And at the same time, you require actors, right? So if it's a public service, the actors will not get paid very highly. But if it's a private-owned business, actors should be who are actually much more appreciated and who are doing very well in their acting, people like whom, those actors will actually become famous, become stars. And as a whole, I think this will actually give a very big boost to the whole industry. So I think theatre should be privately run and it should be a business.
Okay, that's the end of your test. You can go now.
Thank you very much, ma'am. You have a nice day and I really appreciate that.